Hello guys, welcome. Guys, sincerest of apologies for making guys stare at a screen inside of a screen for 2 videos in a row. But thought this was as good a time as any to try and fit this in here. Yeah, I realized now this kid, felt that his credibility had been questioned just as I felt I was too when you first commented this. And he was just standing on business. But at the time, honestly, his replies just like I felt was like so enthusiastic about the topic. I didn't have the heart to tell him just, like flat out that he was wrong. So I just honestly, I guess like freaking fact vomited, give him a few compliments, send him on his way. Yeah. Also, before we start, please no one go back to the thread and like say any hateful words. Cause man, the guys that actually know a thing or two about these cars, or even honestly just have a general base knowledge, like came late to the rescue. And man, let me tell you, it wasn't pretty. Matter of fact, I didn't even realize you could do this until this video, but yeah. So, and if it wasn't him, it would have been someone else. So yeah, and I learned this after the fact, but this comment, like basically by me responding to it and everyone just beefing on it in general, it increased the engagement anyways and pushed the video out if more than anything. So yeah, please. Yeah, and like whatever you say, I won't even see it too, because after that video, for whatever reason, YouTube doesn't give me the notifications for like the actual comments anymore, unless I go into the video itself or into Studio. So let's spit the facts first, then we'll use common sense, okay? So what, 197, all right, let's roughly say, let's 250, let's call it 250 people, okay? Let's hold these 250 people's hands together. Let's do this together. We'll do it together, right? All right, let's say, should I say, fucking 87, oh, look at that. Is it showing there you go. So yeah, I remember seeing a Motor Trend video. They did like a test or a study on it. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Honest, bro, it blows my mind because like any information in this day and age, like it's on anything you can find, bro. It's out there, and I'm just using this video as a reference, but God no, I don't watch Motor Trend at least anymore.
Little, as evidenced by the average power numbers, which are this: keep work and 453.6 horsepower, which is like insignificantly higher. I see average people go, oh, should I get the 87 or should I get more power out of the 91? In fact, some of the gas is advertised as like, super power 91 or whatever. And the fact is, at the pump, if your engine's not in detonation at 87 octane, it's not going to make more power at 91 octane. Do you think that's a fair categoric statement?
I think that's a pretty fair statement across the board. If it doesn't need the octane, it doesn't need the octane.
Yep.
Subtitle the video, by the way. So yeah, this might be before a lot of these kids' times at this point. But this engine is the same motor that's in the Ford Crown Victoria, a vehicle that was like widely used as a service vehicle, like for police departments or as like service taxis. And keep in mind, this is before engines got complicated and manufacturers have you now putting in 91 and 93 in four bangers outputting like 200, 250 horsepower. Let's use some simple, I don't know, deductive reasoning? I don't know. Reasoning skills here, okay? Do you think these like taxi cab drivers and these officers were out here putting 93 in their Crown Vics? Do you think Cletus McFarland puts premium gasoline in his 1,000 Crown Vics before his races? I do have to add real quick, I am glad they recently switched to like Altimas, because like it does hurt me a little bit on the inside watching these cars get crushed like this. That's a dope first car right there, bro. Get a what is it, CVP is it called? Police Interceptor Package. As your first car, that's a highway cruiser right there. Rear-wheel drive. You could go sliding it in the snow in the winter. I'll stop. Higher octane equals better no matter what, LOL. Bro, the amount of confidence. Do not at me ever again, buddy. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, just wanted to run through some of the comments with you guys. Yo, could not have said myself better. What is it? Bro, it's a $3,000 Mustang. Way lower, by the way. But yeah, like, who gives a like, dude, so true. Like maybe not so much anymore, and I hate seeing now the GTs kind of becoming like this, almost like a specialty. I hate even saying it, like specialty vehicle, like the third gen Camaros, where it's like you see on marketplace or something, and it's like the price purely is determined by whatever the seller is puts it up, and whoever buyer is willing to buy it. Like there's no market, like actual like value for, you know what I mean? Like like even just a couple of years back, right? It was the value stick shift rear wheel drive V8 for the money, right? Obviously comes with its flaws, being so, but yeah, regardless. Bro, this shit cracks me up. 2V will run on piss. This guy knows ball. Literally, bro, like 4.6 2V, while it doesn't make a lot of, you know, it could be having like a fucking like 1,000 leaks, it'll still be running. Both engine and trans. You know, it's amazing because sometimes people just have a way with words that I just like could not have said better myself. Like, look at this. These are junkyard motors found in F-150s, old police cars, and work vans with fixed kind of timing. Now, if you're talking, but yeah, the same thing I said. More time, high compression. Yeah. Oh look, what? 4.6 is in his name. Oh, okay. All right. Yep. This checks out. This guy passes the background check with flying colors. Damn, bro, this guy's low-key getting flamed. You know, Matthew, if you're watching this, ignore the haters, bro. You won, bro. You got top comment, honestly. You're savage, too, for not deleting this shit. Yeah, ignore the haters, bro. And again, guys, like, only me interacting with it, you know, giving this comment a voice, did it increase engagement within the comment section and, like, drove it all the way up. Like, there was so many other people, like, yeah, but this is me. Now here's a guy who knows ball. Yo guys, pray I never get a brand new car like off the lot, like spec from factory, because I'm definitely one of those weird like keep it factory guys, like in my heart. This is like manual like printing. I don't even think you can get that. Actually, I think you can. And at the Ford website, you just have to type in your VIN. But 3E stands for third edition. Y'all don't even know. All right, so yeah, so 87. It does. The cool thing is though, while yeah, I also would not take the manual as gospel. I mean, it depends, but like not, you know, like it's like kind of 50-50 maybe. But like I actually do like that it points out here. It actually does say you don't want to go octane one lower than 87. It's like they're like 87 is the one you want. Like, and then yeah, and like the premium quality, they just kind of say it would make things more pronounced than anything if you have like existing issues or whatever. Yeah, but I mean overall, like even in my first clapback, like it's overall just a shitty response because it makes it seem like that I'm like coming from a belief where like it's solely based on the manual, like that's the only thing I'm going off of. Oh, and this I meant in a literal sense, like I am literally beating the piss out of my car with 87 octane, you know, it's like poverty charts maxed out. Yeah, but let's throw this guy a rope here. To be fair, was talking about like the health of the engine, which I'm all about. But yeah, I mean, as you guys saw in the like that study or the test, I don't know if they talk about much about like the health of the engine or whatever, but I mean, I would kind of have to assume that horsepower to an extent it's somewhat relative to the efficiency / output of the engine's health. If that makes sense. Yeah, and as I was saying, like how like modern engines, which is more complicated. Interesting to note also, and I didn't know this till like kind of around this time, I think a little bit before, but the Subaru BRZs and the GT86s, they're four bangers, right? True driverless cars, you know, stick shift, you can get them in stick shift, rear-wheel drive, front engine, like almost 50-50 pounds, lightweight. They require 93 or premium. I don't know if it's 93 or 91, but which is crazy to me because you would just think that like affordable driver's car, you think of like entry level or and like especially if we're talking like the 8.6, like, and yet like because I guess it's like because it's like a boxer engine and all that, but like damn, like yeah, it's just crazy just to think about. Pro tip, what you actually do want to actually kind of look out for is I don't know if like Kroger's if they got like a gas station or whatever, but like I know for like Costco, you guys will notice like the employees, they wear like that like green highlighted vest, and on it says top tier, and that's actually a gasoline additive regulated brand or whatever, that like the top companies like Shell, Mobil, like all the big dogs use. and that's actually what you want to look for. And that's like kind of aside from like octane ratings, in terms of the actual quality of gasoline. Yeah, so Google recently, I guess, implemented this like AI thing, and usually when it's like a specific question to like a specific topic, I noticed it definitely falls short. But this is like pretty general, something like this. Actually, not bad. So pretty good. Nice. Yes, brand of gas matters, probably due to differences in detergent additives. Oh, can you guys see that? But the correct octane rating is yeah, for sure. For sure. I guess it would never hurt putting anything higher, but yeah, it's literally called, like, they're called top tier. Just, yeah, if you go to a Shell gas station next time, they don't, obviously, like, the employees there don't wear like a vest like that or anything like that. But if you look on the actual pump, like, you might see like a little sticker. What's crazy too is I used to like thinking like that going to a Shell, I used to kind of like treat my car. I put like 87, but like I'll like go to Shell like, I don't know, like once a month or something, right? And then all the other times just go to like Costco or whatever. And then I found out about the top tier thing, and I'll just be going to like Costco or whatever like most of the times. Basically, like they're kind of like flexing that if you think about it. So it's like, because just like me, probably majority of people, you would probably think because it's cheaper, even though it's like through the membership, that like the gas prices are cheaper, and you just automatically like mentally assume, psychologically assume that it's like worse gas, right? But it's not. It's literally the same gas you're getting anywhere else that's like respectable. That's why I like specifying the octane rating when I'm at the pump, because I mean, also I'm just like nerding out a little bit, and like honestly, I do know a little bit more than like just the general. Bro, like, I had an employee tell me one time he puts premium in his Nissan Sentra because it has sport mode, like, bro. But yeah, so yeah, I just always say that instead of saying, regular or premium. And you can always see like the employees, they're like thrown off when I like mention it by the number. Yeah, so speaking of which, and I think this only applies to really people in the East Coast area, just some ball knowledge for you guys. Wawa gas, I'm aware like Wawa also has like the membership type thing. You want to just avoid Wawa, pumping gas at Wawa forever. They're known to be like the buy gas from like the cheapest bidders, and just like throw whatever's in there. Yeah, speaking of right or wrong octane rating, so I should mention real quick, I don't even know if this whole video was even worth talking about because of this, but as of now, I've only been putting 93. Reason why is I mentioned in the clutch upgrade video, like towards the end, that I raced this kid, same car, allegedly like built Bonamend or something. It's only off of the 2000 Cobra, so it's like not like the 0304 4V, but from a roll, like my car was pulling, and like that was like the first time I experimented by filling all the way with 93, because I was like, you know what, why not give it a try? By the way, didn't notice anything in terms of like driving or whatnot, but like, yeah, ever since winning that like roll race, you know what I mean, like it's just like in my mind, or like as a placebo effect kind of. And also for the winner, like I don't know if it makes any difference, I'm sure maybe a little bit better, but like, obviously it doesn't get driven as much, so I'm like, all right, while it's sitting, it might as well have like higher octane rating gas or whatever, which I know I'm probably just wasting money, but I mean, this car just also just doesn't get like driven as much. But yeah, I promise you, like, I have no issue going back to 87 freaking tomorrow if someone told me to. That I promise you that. Yeah, so the other thing was, a lot of Europeans stumbled upon the video and weren't necessarily like adding on to the conversation, but kind of were just talking on their own of how European gas is so much better than US. I got news for you, pal. Well, this AI thing, 2 for 2 again, nice. So they use like a different index or whatever. So 87 US roughly is equivalent to 91, 92 octane. So it's not that like one country's is better than the other. They simply just use like a different like measurement of rating. You know what I mean? Now, but shout out to all our European homies though. It doesn't show me anymore, but like at the time, when I went to the the analytics, there were like freaking like 50 plus countries going down, the topping like US and Mexico, Canada, and whatever. That was like so cool. But yeah, crazy how initially what was a troll comment like kind of ended up everyone's just started beefing over it on it. And honestly, to be honest with you, like I was annoyed once he like responded, because like I knew that how enthusiastic he seemed to be about the topic, and like with all the troll tone like in his like voice gone, like I didn't want to be mean, you know. So it's like, but still had to somehow softly like tell him that he's not necessarily wrong, but to, you know, try and consider the facts. Like it shouldn't have been something I should have interacted with in the first place, but like by doing so, I gave him a voice. But yeah, from what I noticed from like those like all the 87 or like the Octane comments and like the fuel quality comments, is that people seem to like ride off of other comments, and like it just like snowballs, right? So I'll give you another example. Like this one is like the one where I got fucking pulled over, and this guy says time to invest in the radar, right? This was like the, I think this is this is the first. Yeah, this was like the comment before, and then perfectly valid time to invest in the radar, lol. And then it gets built up, right? A lot of people share the same views, right? And then this guy comes in, right? Sees this, and you see what I mean when it's like you get like influenced almost, right? And I mean, but I don't blame them though, because I same thing happens to me, because we turn to social media, right, for entertainment and relief from like the real world. So we're quick to jump on stuff. So like, look, okay, so he sees this and he's like, oh, this freaking guy, no radar in 2025 is wild. And me personally, I'm good, bro. See, it's all just like a perspective. Like, this is fresh kicks. Freaking flying, okay? Do you notice anything on the dash? It's literally like a preference, bro. Should I do it, guys? No, I'm just kidding. But like, yeah, see, right? And then it would turn into a more mature conversation about how, yeah, but then in terms of speed, that's not something even a 100 horsepower car is safe from, in terms of doing a speed over a posted speed limit. And then I could say freaking how, yeah, but then I don't find myself too often on these types of roads. And like I stressed out multiple times in the video, that the guy just gave me the ticket with the intent to just give me the ticket because the thing that the state was having during that week, or that I literally like slowed down to like a proper speed limit before I even made visual contact with him, which I honestly kind of didn't clarify too clearly in the video, so that's my fault. But anyways, yeah. But I don't want to have this conversation with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, also like just the way I drive and like how I've been, like I've never gotten a ticket like in this car that affected anything my points like ever before this. Like I said, like I mean, I'm not gonna repeat myself in the, like what I said in the video. I literally laid down all the time in the videos for you guys, and somehow it always seems to go over people's heads. But I've literally been doing like a drifting like around like a roundabout twice, and like cops like let me go. Yeah, pretty crazy. Also, sorry, but like last thing, like I feel like putting a freaking radar on like a new edge is like equivalent to like someone putting like the Insta360 like camera on like, you know, like 100 horsepower car or something, or like this car. Much like many of you guys, I'm assuming I'm an observer first. So even putting out videos like this is not really something that's like second nature to me. And what I've realized over time is that, and I believe I've cracked mental workings of the human mind to an extent. Most comments are projections of like the culmination of the person's experience. And I see this literally every single day on like social media. But so remember the 87 one, right? The OP drives like a car that is like a turbo from factory, 4-cylinder. Because of the components, requires him to put 91 or 93. So him seeing like this guy putting 87 and going out and like doing things with it, it's like strikes in his like, right, as just immediately wrong. And this guy, right, you can tell the frustration when you read this shit, right? No radar in 2025. It's wild. Like he wants to come at me, right? He's like he's like expressing that, and you could feel the emotion in some of these comments. Let's go. So CB, what do we see here? You cannot make this shit up, bro. What did I say? Culmination of our experiences, right? Like this is his norm, and this is must be, you know, like he is like lives in what looks like, you know, like upstate New York or whatever. Going like where he's facing many of these highways with these state police who do not play, you know. So it's like literally totally makes sense for him to, and this is his perspective, his path, like his life. But there's like multiple lines and like pathways and perspectives, like, and but yeah, like, so like that's why I like, for some of those comments where like people are like, where people are frustratingly like kind of in a negative connotation expressing like their like emotions, I cannot be bothered with, because like that just shows me that you haven't experienced enough to realize that there's like multiple perspectives and lines, right? Going through. So you just gotta let these butterflies fly. Like I could literally go on about this for hours. It would just be end up in a freaking rabbit hole. And honestly, I was the same too. I'd be watching like a YouTube video, right? Like growing up. And I'll be, and I'm just like picking out all the things, right? I'm like, this part could have been better, or I could have done this part better, or this could have been done this way. Now, did I ever say anything negative? Hell no. But after trying to put something out there myself, so to say, what I realized that it's so much harder to actually do something than to talk about doing something and to like point out the like nitpick the flaws from the sidelines, because like there are just too many parameters that are like out of my control, because so many times it's because never it's never like one simple answer to like a reason, and too often it's more than meets the eye. My bad, guys. I feel like however I try to like put this, it's just gonna come off like kind of as like me like complaining about it. But I really think like things like this isn't like talked enough about or at all in social media. Honestly, I was like kind of putting this off to do it, but then for like a couple of weeks now, but just decided to address it. I know you guys are out there that typically just understand where I'm coming from, and even if you don't, you kind of just acknowledge that that's like the viewpoint I'm coming from, and like not do this. I know you guys are out there. Even if you guys don't say anything, like I know you guys are there. So I really appreciate it. But yeah, one example I could give is for like shared parts for certain cars. Like so many times I'll hear people like complain about how, like if it's a super expensive car, I understand. But say for like the majority of cars, like there's shared parts within like the car like branch, right? Between like passenger economy cars and like sports cars. But then it's like, and I totally understand, but you're not thinking of the aspect that where the fact from their perspective where the sports car is already a niche category within, they gotta have cost savings wherever they can, right? So yeah, guys, just honestly trust me to take the lead, okay? You gotta trust me on this. Now, with this said, you guys gonna just see some straight up like hating ass comments. All right, look at this, bro. First and next, it's not really, well, this is different, but like here, just wait. This is over the course of like, you can see that there's like a negative connotation and whatnot, right? Not that sometimes, you know, it's not necessarily unwarranted, so to say, but this is over like course of like 3 to 4 different videos. There's a video about a scat, and he's like says this, you know, pointing out those like, right, that I was saying, like the inconsistencies or whatever. Like you just know, like this dude's life's gotta be miserable, bro. He's gotta wake up like fucking like no bed or whatever. Like we need DeMarcus Q to upload a day in the life vlog, bro. You have 24 hours to respond. Dude, this is another one I found, bro. I'm telling you, I be deep in this shit sometimes. Honestly, this was at like 200 something subscribers, by the way. Might have been less when I saw this. One of this guys, he just uploads like dash cams, and this video went viral. Wow, it's at 30K now. And which, hold on, look at this. You're a rental, get a job. It's so unnecessary. And like it goes on another video. Like, why do this, bro? That's pretty sad. That's pretty sad. Trying to look cool on rental, and then look. You've been commenting on vids like this for 3 years. Like someone called them out, wrap it up, that like whatever that means. I'm like, yo, isn't that crazy? And then like I went to his channel to just like see what it's about. And it's always someone like this, bro. Like, so I guess they clip like other people's things, whatever. Yo, like other people that he must have left comments on, like on their videos, they come on like his thing to roast him. It's like, dang, bro, you're gonna talk shit on my channel, but you're gonna post cringe fake. Got that like this. Good luck with that, buddy. You're really stupid. You're specifically, you bully different. Damn. So I'm saying, like, and I'm not saying, right, like I said, sometimes it's not necessarily unwarranted, but like this shit is like so, like, why do this? Like, and it's over, like, it's just words on the keyboard, bro. Like it holds no weight. And it's like you wouldn't like never ever do this like in person. Like, I don't know. It's just, and then okay, so anyways, I gotta show you guys something. I'm not done. So remember this, right? This fella. So it seems like more his recent videos, he upgraded, which honestly, congrats to the guy for leveling up. But I was like, kind of, because I found this like, before these videos, I was kind of scrolling through the old ones, right? And I noticed something. I noticed the car he's in, right? I'm like, what is that? And like his username is like Slim F Body, right? Look at the hood, right? You see that? Man, I launched a full investigation into this shit. And like, I looked up 4th gen, like, cause F-Body Camaro, bro, it's literally, he's in, and like, I think it's a V6 as well. Literally like, solid rear axle, like, and he's doing this like, out on the road. What a psycho. Oh my God. And he's like pushing it too. And then one of the videos, there's like a interior shot, and by like the silhouette of the AC and stuff, like I was able to match it. I'm telling you, went full detective mode. It's just crazy. Mad respect, honestly. And you can see he's like, headlights aren't even like adjusted properly. Like, and I know because sometimes he like flashes the lights and it only goes up to here. So it's like not even crazy stuff. But yeah, speaking of underrated / undergrad feeling channels, this is another one I found recently. Or not recently. I'll just type that in. Pretty freaking sick. These guys are just living out my dream right now. 06, sick. And then randomly, these Russian videos. Oh, check this out too. I don't know how you're gonna find it with these. Oh my goodness. But yeah, no idea what they're saying, but man, is a cool as shit. Don't know what it is. Just something about this channel that's like cringe that I just can't wrap my head around. All right, good talk.